Hi, I'm Zero and this is What If Bell Was Madara, Part 1. I was planning to do, the Senju and Uchiha, half Senju, half Uchiha, after that Iron Man, after that, my new one, leveling one, but I just didn't feel like it. Today I don't know what is up with me. I woke up pretty late and that's kind of odd for me and I don't feel very well, so today only will be one video. Normally I post two every day, but today I only will be one. I just don't feel like doing. I don't even feel like doing this one. I just says just do one, just one, and so yeah, I'm doing this. And so let's get started. When Madara dies, at the end, he gets reincarnated. But remember one thing: Madara's chakra was similar to the Sage of the Sixth Path, and he also had the 10 tails within him. In return, 10 tails have a lot of life force, so he had more life force. And so this is what I want to clear up. When Bell is born, it's normal. Everything is normal, but as Bell is growing old, he hears about his stories from his grandfather about heroes and gods. He still have Madara's personality and he has started to gain few memories of Madara, but it's not almost there yet. So yeah, pretty much he gains a determination, or how in actual canon Bell has this thing with eyes that he wants to surpass her, be as strong as her. In this, Bell has the same thing but towards the gods. He wants to be stronger than gods. And he doesn't know why is that, but he wants to be stronger than a god. That's just something he has. And so Bell trains. Thanks to having, the memories of Madara Uchiha, he trains a lot. When he about age of 6, he gains full memories of Madara Uchiha, everything, and his personality also change. And he lets his hair grow out, similar to Madara. So yeah, pretty much he trains every single day, doing push-ups, sit-ups, working on everything he has. He has apparently can still use chakra, and it's lot more what the original Madara did at that age. And his chakra is much more easier to control for some reason, because his chakra is pretty much like Hagurama Otsutsuki's. Hagurama Otsutsuki was able to use jutsus without hand sign because his chakra was pure. Since Madara was Otsutsuki, but he had Otsutsuki chakra. Pretty much he made Otsutsuki chakra, but it wasn't, that refined. He still need to do hand sign, but it did just grant him all 5 chakra natures. So Bell has all 5 chakra natures, and Bell is training hard. Bell's physique looks like, Sanjin Wu's physique. If you have seen Solo Leveling, yeah, that kind of ripped. If you haven't, go read it. It's an awesome manga. Pretty much it just looks like that physique when Bell went to what was the city's name? I read every single thing and I even forgot right now, damn it. Before he goes to Orario. I had to search that up, I completely forgot the name of it. So yeah, his body is just like Sinjin Wu. He's quite strong because he has all the experience of Madara Uchiha. He also has a Sharingan, but he can't seem to go to the Mangekyo. He just can't, like, he doesn't have it. He doesn't know it yet. But yeah, he can't go to the Mangekyo version of it. And so when Bell's grandfather dies and he gets the news of it, his eyes change to pretty much Rinnegan directly. He doesn't go to the Mangekyo for some insane reason. He just went directly to the Rinnegan, but then it went back and turned to normal Sharingan. And Bell kind of, felt it that his eyes did not go to the Mangekyo, they went directly to, Rinnegan. And he knows that if he pretty much turns it on, turns on the Rinnegan again, he will not be able to, turn it back off. It will just stuck there like that. And so Bell decided not to use the Rinnegan until it's necessary. And Bell knows how to use Rinnegan, all six path. He already knows of it because, I would say he kind of got, glimpses of Nagato using the Rinnegan and his six paths. So Naruto has knowledge of it, but he doesn't, get full memory of Nagato. He just get knowledge of how to use the Rinnegan from Nagato's perspective. Just that happens. And so Naruto has been, Bell has been training hard. As that his body is now like, Senjin Woo, that strong muscular body. And his hair is similar to Madara, but they're not, his hair is similar to, in this picture. I'm pretty sure that's Rimuru, but if I'm wrong, but his hair is similar to this. It's not that's spiky like Madara's, but smooth like in this photo, but they are white. And so you got the gist of it, how his hair looks. And so Naruto, this time when before he left, he went through his grandfather's belongings. He did this time. He went to collect his grandfather's body, but there was nothing there. He killed monsters there because all the knowledge of Madara. Of course, he will able to easily kill those monsters. It was a little bit hard because their skin was a little bit hard for normal knives, but Bell pretty much put chakra into blades, went chakra, and easily was able to cut through it. But his chakra feels a little off. It doesn't just feel like chakra, there is something else as well. But Bell doesn't know it. He thinks there's something else as well. Then he thinks it's something like magic or something, because the stories his grandfather taught him. But yeah. And so Bell decides to leave for Orario. He leaves. He pretty much gets it Orario pretty fast because he was jumping through trees using body flicker as well. When he went there, he went inside. He was looking for what Familia to join, and then someone bumps into him that she had huge, and it was oh, why did I do that? Hestia. I says, "Oh, are you alright?" He said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I says, "So, can you tell me where familiars are? I like to join a familiar, and I have no idea how to." She would say, "Okay, then you can join mine." Bell just tells her head in confusion. Then he thinks and then says, "Okay." And so they go pretty much to the church. Bell instantaneously realized that this is not this is a god, but her family is not famous, and probably other stuff. Then Hestia says that you will be the only member of my familia. Bell smiles, pretty much smirks. Now Bell says, "Okay, fine." And so she said, "Okay, remove your shirt so I can give you my blessing." As soon as Bell removed his shirt, Hestia's jaw is on the drop and Hestia has a nosebleed. As I said, his body is like Sinjin Woo, chiseled. And then Izuku said, then Bell says, "Now what?" She said, "Okay, you can lie down." while Hestia grabbed her nose because it was bleeding. And so Hestia went on top of Belle, how she does whenever she checks his stats and other stuff. She pretty much takes a drop of her blood and does that. And when what she saw after she gave her a blessing, it shocked her, because to uh, you know the stats and everything, his stats are at the peak or even beyond inhuman level. And he has in his skills there comes Sharingan and chakra manipulation, and uh, and also this Laris phrase. I hope I said that correctly. And so this shocked Hestia to her core, because the Leas's phrase, I hope I said that right. I'm pretty sure I butchered that after I read that. Uh, is pretty rare thing. You need a singular mindset to use it. She just thinks, what kind of mindset does he have? Because she knows the value of that skill. It can make him grow stronger, faster, and his all the stats are at the peak of inhuman capabilities. There is no ups and downs at all. His all stats are at the peak. His defense, speed, strength, agility, everything is at the peak that it can be without the blessing. And Sharingan, she never heard of anything like that. And chakra, she never heard of anything like that. She just thinks, is this something that's to do with his race or something? She asked, so what kind of race are you? I have never seen skills like this. Belle says, just print it in the paper or something, so I can write it on the paper or something, so I can see it for myself. She just nods and she does the thing, but this time she doesn't hide the skill, because this is the first day, and at the first day he has so many stuff. uh, then Belle looks at his stats. He says, okay, the stats are kind of okay, but not what I prefer, but whatever. I do feel a little bit stronger, but yeah. What is this Laris phrase thing? Hestia just told him that it will help you grow stronger faster. Belle would just nod, and then she would ask, what the hell is Sharingan and chakra? Izuku says, oh yeah, that is something that I was born with. I was able to control a different kind of energy that's nothing like your energy, but it's completely different. Then Belle turns on his 3 Thomas Sharingan, and she's shocked, like, what does this thing do? Then pretty much Belle says, oh, it grants you the eye of insight and hypnotism and allow you to see chakra. And now when I gained your blessing, now I can see Falma as well, like magic itself running through someone's veins as well. And I'm pretty sure I can copy magic with it. Now this shocked her even more, that a thing that allows you to copy magic. And she's kind of shocked, confused, doesn't know what to think of it. And then Belle asks, so tell me more about everything about levels and stuff, everything. Belle says 3 times everything. When I mean everything, I meant it, every single thing. And so Hestia will tell him about levels, how lowest level is I, the highest is S. Just a sec. And tells Belle about Exilia, experience. And then she tells Belle about the ranks. I is the lowest, then H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, S. S is the highest rank. Then she tells Belle, how when you level up, your base stats that you have will stay there, but when you level up, your stats will go 0. Then you will have to grow. When you level up, the base stat will get added to your own. Then she says how several other people level up when one of their stats hit D, because they don't want to waste time to get all of their stats to S or A or B. They just do it whenever they can. Belle would just say okay, and so Belle would say, so when can I start going into the dungeon to farm Excelia? She would say you can go today, but you can only go to the lower floors. Belle would nod and say, is there a library or something? She'll say, yes, why? Belle would say, knowledge. Hestia will tell Belle where the library is. Belle would nod and Belle will walk towards the library. As soon as Belle gets out of the church, Belle will use body flicker to run as fast as he can, because Belle doesn't want to waste time. He will come in front of the library. He will go in and starts to read. He reads about a lot of stuff, about different races, different things about magic, what magic is, how magic is done, different stuff of levels of magic, how you can do it, and other stuff about gods. And so, well, that's all done. Belle put the book, all the books that he reads quite a lot of them, because Sharingan pretty much grants you photographic memory. So he used his Sharingan to pretty much decrease the time that he will need to stay in the library. And so when that all was done, it was nightfall. So Belle got out of the library and used body flicker to appear in front of the church. He went in. He already bought something to eat for himself, so he was full. Then Hestia says, oh yeah, I made you this rice cracker type of thing. Belle says, I already ate. I was coming, so I was starving, so I ate it. You can eat it. Hestia was like, okay. From that interaction, Belle realized Hestia does not have that much money to even buy food. So Belle realizes he has to do a lot of work. So the next morning, Belle gets up about at 5 a.m., goes out and starts to train. He can, naturally feel that after, the blessing, he naturally is a lot more stronger than what he was. So he starts to train. He trains for about, 2 hours. Now it's 7. So he goes out, takes a, bath in the river, comes back, with a rabbit and starts to cook it inside of the church where there are stools there. Then Hestia smells something good. She comes up and Belle says, "Here, take one. I caught these two while I was taking a dip in the river." She'll say, "Okay, thank you." She said, "But why are you cooking it inside the church?" Belle will say, what is this place for even then? For cooking, I guess, and training." Hestia will like, "You train?" Because yeah, I woke up at 5 and I was training for 2 hours, so I went for a dip to clean off the sweat. She will nod. She'll think, this kid, why does he train so hard? What is he striving for? She tried asking him few times, but Belle never gave her a straight answer. And so she does have crush on him because his body is so damn chiseled. And so Belle goes. He still makes a bond, with his advisor, guild advisor, the same one. She's kind of interested in Belle because when she asks to see Belle's level, no, scratch that, why would she do that? Not now anyway. And so she said, you can go to the, dungeons level 1. Belle would nod, and then she would ask, aren't you wearing any armor or something? And Belle would say, oh no, I have a knife. actually I have two of them, so it's fine. She'll say okay, and so Belle will go. He will take few things to eat with him, you know take chicken stuff that he can cook, because he has wood style, so he can create wood anywhere, and his body is that of a senju, and he also has a minor level of enhanced regeneration. He has the same level of regeneration that Hashirama did. Who am I kidding? And so there's that. When Bell comes back, he has a huge bag, very huge, because remember one thing, Bell is reincarnation of Madara. It's so easy for him. Madara even went to the second floor, to the third floor, fight. He went to the floor 5 to fight as well, and killed so many monsters, and he was using storage seal to pretty much seal as much uh, jams as he can, the jams that monsters drop. So yeah, he has a huge bag of scrolls. She said, why are you have these scrolls? Then Belle will take out a scroll and tap it, and then a huge amount of jams would come, and she will say, are all of them has is good? And scratch that. Belle would say, yes, all of them has jams. She'll say, oh, okay. And so Belle would pretty much open up all 30 scrolls he has, and he pretty much gained quite a lot of money. I mean, quite a lot of. The same money normal Belle would split between him and the rat girl who stole from him. If you don't remember, I can't remember her name. So yeah, and so he got more than that, tens of 20 times more than that. He went to armory to buy some armor, but he didn't like any kind of armor. He was saying he wanted something that he can wear, but then he spots something, a red hair person who was telling him, why you're putting my stuff at the back. Belle would come up to him and say, hey, are you the one who created the light armor? He'll say, yes, I am. But he'll say, can you create me a custom armor? He'll be like, okay, but kind of. But I would say, it should be black, all black. He will say, okay. And so now Belle has the same armor that this person, Madara's photo, has. Similar armor. It's black, pure black. And so yeah, I completely forgot his name as well. I don't know what's going on with me. I'll just leave this video at that. I seriously don't feel well. I can't even remember people's name. Sorry about that, guys. I'll post tomorrow morning.